Um, what if the absolute fastest way to master the cold, like highly calculating logic of artificial intelligence isn't actually learning to code Python, but going parasailing on a Sunday?
Right, which sounds completely counterintuitive.
Totally. Or, taking a day hike with your family.
Yeah.
We are so conditioned to think of AI as this sterile binary force just humming away in a server farm
Yeah,
somewhere.
locking yourself in a dark room with a manual.
Exactly.
Ugh.
But today, we are looking at a fascinating gathering that flips that entire paradigm upside down. We're doing a deep dive into the August 18th meeting of a group called Dynamite Networking.
Yeah, and this specific session was hosted by a Rajiv out of the Bronx and facilitated by Joel Elfman.
Right. And to understand what makes their approach so effective, you really just have to look at the presentation slide they used to open the meeting.
I love that slide.
It's so good. It features this rich, dark image of a steaming, golden cup of coffee, but the cup has like intricate AI circuitry etched right into the ceramic, and the bold gold letters next to it proclaim AI espresso.
AI espresso, yeah.
And the tagline is the real hook for you as the listener. It says, your weekly shot of AI ideas, tools, and authentic human connection.
And that specific pairing is so key cutting-edge digital tools with authentic human connection. That is a structural methodology for them.
Yeah, they aren't treating artificial intelligence as a solitary pursuit at all. They are treating it as a dynamic, community-driven ecosystem.
Which is really the only way to do it right.
Right. So our mission for you today is to uncover exactly how this group of professionals uses that structured community to totally demystify AI, turning highly abstract technology into, practical, time-saving workflows.
And we have a great stack of sources to guide us through this.
We really do. We have a detailed key outcome summary document, the raw real-time chat transcript from the meeting, and of course that AI espresso presentation slide. Okay, let's unpack this. We have to start with the raw chat transcript.
Yeah, definitely the chat transcript.
Because before this group touched a single piece of software, they spent significant time discussing their personal weekend plans.
And we have to be clear here. This isn't just corporate filler before the real meeting begins, right?
Yeah.
The group explicitly promises human connection in their theme, meaning that sequence is a deliberate functional requirement.
Right.
You just cannot drop professionals into a virtual room and expect them to immediately hand over proprietary workflows.
No, absolutely not. So Joel, the facilitator, he opened with a Labor Day icebreaker, just asking everyone what they were doing before the fourth quarter push.
And the responses in the chat instantly shift the tone of the whole thing.
Totally. Like, Red shared that just after Labor Day, he and his wife are celebrating their 80th birthdays with family and friends.
Wow, 80th.
Yeah. And Rochelle talked about playing tourist in her own city, in NYC, to catch some Broadway plays. Diwakar was focused on family time. Chuhung was heading to a John Maxwell convention with like 1,400 leaders.
That's a huge event.
Right. Rudy was planning a day hike at Sleeping Giant State Park, and Rajiv was hoping to attend a powwow. And then you have Krista, who is a blind ghostwriter, casually mentioning that she celebrated early by going parasailing.
Parasailing, yeah.
And that she plans to go sailing later in the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like calibrating a highly sensitive microphone. If you don't adjust for the room's ambient noise the human reality of what everyone is actually living through, the digital recording, or in this case, the professional exchange, is going to be completely distorted.
That's a really good analogy. And that calibration is building psychological safety. If we connect this to the bigger picture, networking in the digital age defaults to highly transactional behaviors.
Oh, constantly. Firing off LinkedIn requests and elevator pitches.
Exactly. But by intentionally starting with vulnerable, non-business life updates, this group systematically breaks down competitive barriers.
Right.
When someone casually shares that they are navigating the world as a blind professional who goes parasailing, or that they are celebrating 8 decades of life, they lower their professional shield.
They become human.
Exactly. That specific mechanism of psychological safety is what makes these attendees willing to openly share their most valuable, hard-won business secrets 20 minutes later.
Right, which brings us to what they actually do. And, I mean, if you look at who actually showed up to this group, it sounds like this set up to a joke.
It really does.
Like a hypnotist, a cannabis banker, and a blind ghostwriter walk into a virtual room. But what's fascinating is that they all share the exact same technical problems. Once they established who they were on the weekend, they transitioned into a gives and asks format to explain what they do during the week.
And the diversity here is staggering.
It's wild. Let's just run through a few. You've got Joel, who is a facilitator but also a hypnotist and performance coach. using his musician background to reframe pitches.
Right, and he is offering free training for generating 5 to 10 prospect calls in 3 weeks.
Yeah. And Red, the guy celebrating his 80th, he's a researcher and TV host. He wrote a book called Aging Sucks and offers guest spots on TV shows reaching 60-plus countries in up to 27 languages.
It's incredible reach.
Diwakar is an AI consultant who saved a client 30% in manual time, driving over $100,000 in new revenue. And Rochelle, she's a pitch coach running the Ultimate Power Pitch program. She actually asked the group if they are, quote, storytelling or boring telling.
I love that.
Me too. Then there's Rudy, a specialty banker who provided a $50,000 line of credit to a struggling dispensary. He's got 12 years in the cannabis banking space. We're just noting that factually as a great example of navigating niche financial expertise.
Absolutely. It's highly regulated.
Very. And Ryan is an IT provider in Vermont who highlighted staff transition risks, sharing a case where a departing bookkeeper led to the discovery of $100,000 in fraud.
Ouch.
Yeah, massive headache. And then Krista, the ghostwriter, she helps speaker authors who've been stuck on nonfiction books for like 10 years. Musha works in brainwave entrainment for calm and focus, looking for Division I sports connections.
And Andre is a freedom architect logging in all the way from Antigua, helping business owners redesign their companies for personal freedom.
Right. Francis is in Switzerland offering a profit pulse snapshot to solve a business problem in 24 hours. Kevin, a financial advisor, is hosting a 40-speaker live impact event on Labor Day.
And Rajiv, the host, shared how he used ChatGPT and Gemini to get a coach ranked as the best in her field, plus a press release hitting 400 media outlets.
Okay, so what does this all mean? If I'm listening to this, I'm genuinely stuck. I'm wondering, can a single set of AI tools genuinely apply to a group this fragmented?
It's a fair question.
Right. Like how does a cannabis banker dealing with complex regulations, a hypnotist and a blind ghostwriter benefit from the exact same technology? There is no single software ecosystem for all of that.
This raises an important question, and it's the exact hurdle most people face when they first try to adopt these tools. The natural assumption is that a niche profession requires a highly specialized niche AI tool.
Yeah, that's what you would think.
But the overarching theme of these asks and gives isn't their specific industry. The overarching theme is the bottleneck.
The bottleneck.
Yes. Every single professional you just listed is fighting against universal constraints in time, reach, or communication.
Ah, okay.
Rudy needs to parse dense financial regulations faster. Krista needs to organize massive amounts of unstructured interview audio. Red needs to translate and distribute content globally.
Right, right.
Large language models, at their foundational level, are completely industry agnostic. They're just engines for processing language and logic. The true value for you listening right now is realizing that if these vastly different professionals can find common ground in AI, you can absolutely apply these tools to your own workflow.
The bottleneck is the common denominator, not the job title.
Exactly.
To solve these universal bottlenecks of time and communication, the group transitioned into an open AI knowledge exchange. This is the practical magic part.
The best practices forum.
Yeah, and here's where it gets really interesting, because they shared specific tools, like Prompt Cowboy, which takes lazy natural language inputs and turns them into sophisticated prompts for deep research.
But then you have Ryan, who shared a ChatGPT custom instructions workflow that eliminates the need for external tools entirely.
Oh, right. Tell us about that.
Yeah, he tells ChatGPT to always restate his intent, ask clarifying questions, and explicitly avoid assumptions before it acts.
Which is brilliant.
It really is. What's fascinating here is that none of these professionals are building AI from scratch. They are using AI for translation and triage. Teaching the AI to ask questions before it acts completely changes the output quality.
Right. And Chuhong brought up Marketer AI, which is a tool built by a former AI leader specifically to address the memory limitations of general models for marketing and sales.
Because general models often lose the thread in long marketing campaigns.
Exactly. And Red shared his Gemini notebook workflow, generating varied 60-second videos from identical inputs just to rephrase messages for different audiences.
So smart.
But Rajiv's ChatGPT email audit is my favorite. He pastes drafted emails into flag tone issues, essentially turning two transactional emails into relational ones.
Yeah.
It's basically a digital empathy filter. It's like having an emotionally intelligent editor sitting on your shoulder before you hit send.
Which we all need sometimes.
Definitely. And Andre, from Antigua. He connects ChatGPT with Gmail and Google Drive to triage inboxes and update docs, which cuts his email time from hours down to minutes.
And he uses spoken dictation for that, right?
Yes, because, as he pointed out, speaking yields way better context than typing. When we type, we edit ourselves and lose the messy context the AI actually needs to understand the full problem.
Absolutely.
And Francis in Switzerland was uploading meeting transcripts like from fireflies.ai, which was actually active in their chat during the meeting, to identify miscommercialization signals and improve ideal customer profile microsegmentation.
She's mining everyday conversations for data points a human listener simply doesn't have the real-time bandwidth to catch.
Right. And then there was the second mind concept Rajiv mentioned, using Obsidian to build a personalized AI knowledge base.
Oh, that's a powerful one.
Yeah, though he did note it's currently pretty high effort to set up. But it shows the ambition here.
It does.
But having the best AI tools doesn't matter if you operate in a vacuum, right? The raw chat transcript reveals that the real superpower here is the community's real-time troubleshooting.
That's the most critical piece.
It's amazing to read. Chu Hong shared a temporary 50% discount for that marketer AI tool.
Yeah.
Joel clicked the link, but he found a dead page.
Which happens all the time.
Right, and normally you just give up. But Chu Hong immediately troubleshoots it with a screenshot and promises to follow up to ensure Joel gets in.
That human intervention is the difference between adopting a new tool and just abandoning it.
Exactly. And Rajiv was constantly providing value in the margins, dropping links to the AI Espresso newsletter, their WhatsApp community, and a free AI aggregation tool called Klyno.ai.
Klyno.ai.
Right. Plus, there was the immediate scheduling of one-on-ones between members and the actionable end-of-meeting tasks, like saving the chat, subscribing to the newsletter, and Rajiv tagging attendees on LinkedIn to boost their visibility. So much actionable networking happened in the margins of the main event.
And this ties it all together beautifully. The meeting itself acts as a human version of Rajiv's second mind concept.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, while building a digital brain in Obsidian is high effort, plugging into a biweekly brain trust like Dynamite networking provides an immediate, low-effort cognitive upgrade. The fastest way to master AI isn't in isolation, but in a community of active practitioners.
Wow, that is such a great way to look at it. We really covered a lot of ground today. For you listening, we started with the humanity of Labor Day plans aging, family parasailing blind, and explored a diverse global business ecosystem.
From cannabis banking to hypnotism.
Exactly. And we broke down actionable AI workflows, from Ryan's custom ChatGPT instructions to Rajiv's email empathy audits. But it leaves me with this final lingering thought for you to chew on. Let's hear it. As we use tools like Rajiv's AI email audit to make our digital communication sound perfectly relational and emotionally intelligent, how much more valuable do actual, unfiltered human experiences become?
Oh, that's a deep point.
Right, like taking a family hike, going parasailing, or celebrating an 80th birthday with the people you love. When AI can perfectly mimic our professional empathy on a screen, our off-screen humanity might become our most distinguished, irreplaceable asset.
It's the authentic connection that matters most.
Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. We encourage you to apply one of these workflows today, maybe set up some custom instructions to force your AI to ask clarifying questions and see what happens. We'll see you next time.